Abraham had waited his entire life for a son. 4 decades, he had prayed, hoped, and trusted God's promise, even when his hair turned grey and his strength faded. Then, when hope seemed impossible, Isaac was born, the child of laughter, the miracle promised by God himself. Isaac was not just Abraham's son. He was the future, the promise, the proof that God keeps his word. Years passed, and Isaac grew strong. Abraham loved him deeply. Every step they walked together, every laugh they shared, reminded Abraham that God had been faithful. Then one night, God spoke Abraham. The voice was calm, unmistakable. "Here I am," Abraham answered. "Your only son, Isaac, whom you love. Go to the land of Moriah and offer him there as a sacrifice." The words fell heavy into the silence. This was the son God had promised. This was the future God had sworn to protect. And yet, God was asking for everything. Before dawn, Abraham rose. He said nothing. Together they began the journey. For 3 days, they walked in silence toward the mountain God had named. With every step, Abraham's heart grew heavier, but his faith did not break. He trusted that somehow, someway, God would remain faithful, even if he did not understand how. When they reached the mountain, Abraham told the servants to stay behind. "And we will come back to you." Isaac carried the wood. Abraham carried the fire and the knife. Side by side, father and son climbed the mountain. Then Isaac spoke. "Father." "Yes, my son." "We have the fire and the wood," Isaac said gently. "But where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" Abraham's voice trembled, but his faith held steady. "God himself will provide the lamb, my son." At the top of the mountain, Abraham built the altar. He arranged the wood carefully. Then, with hands shaking and tears falling, he bound Isaac and placed him on the altar. Isaac did not struggle. He trusted his father. Abraham raised the knife. Time seemed to stop. Then a voice thundered from heaven. "Abraham, Abraham." "Here I am." "Do not lay a hand on the boy," God said. "Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." Abraham looked up, and there, caught in a thicket by its horns, was a ram. God had provided the sacrifice. Isaac was released. Father and son embraced, alive and safe. Abraham offered the ram instead, and the mountain echoed with worship and relief. God spoke again, renewing his promise. Through Abraham's obedience, nations would be blessed. His descendants would be countless. Abraham named the place "The Lord will provide." And generations later, the story would still whisper the same truth. When faith is tested,